And yes, we're going to bring up the Corey Holcomb because this is what came up. I sent you the clip today. We don't gotta go into all deep elaboration, but from a
You mean the black hat, white hat thing we were talking about before?
yeah,
You
you don't
told
know.
me not to get into it because
I
of YouTube.
did not. Right now. I just want this is legal. This is your legal expertise, your legal commentary, your legal analyst, because you are a legal expert. So let me just do a little bit of
I'm
explain.
not giving anybody any legal advice. Don't rely on what I'm going to make as an observation. It's just to say I'm a law professor, but go ahead. All
Right.
right.
All right. So of course it's been 2 weeks now with the Anton versus Corey Holcomb. And everybody, majority, a lot of people on YouTube and mainstream media has been reporting on it. So,
But we got written up because we did.
right, but
I
we're not
made a
talking
comment.
about,
I think the guy, isn't this the one where I said I think the guy in the black hat won?
yes, but we're not talking about what
We
happened with
won't
that.
do that.
So
But anyway,
yeah. So, but I did, and we did another video talking about the legal aspect on if you talk about, a child, can you sue or whatever. That was that. So this is another legal situation now that involves Corey Holcomb. It has nothing to do with Anton, but it involves Corey Holcomb.
that's
And
the guy in the white hat, right?
yes. So
Yeah, okay. All right.
he's a comedian. And this incident happened a year ago, but the video outside of the incident outside of a comedy club in LA resurfaced Friday, right? So I sent you this video, and I'm just going to play first 15 seconds because YouTube always picks on my channel, and then
Make it 14.
yeah, and so the woman here who's having the altercation or back and forth with Corey Holcomb, her name is Cristina Payne. She was on Tasha K giving a full hour interview Friday. She was crying. She gave an interview to TMZ, and she was talking about the incident. Now, they went to court, and apparently this was thrown out, right? A year ago. And so, all right, let me just play this.
I'm on a time,
and she's doing something with her hands, cracking jokes or trying to crack on him or whatever. And then he walks towards her. This is at 14 seconds. And then she puts her hand in his face to the side, like pointing the fingers, like blah, blah, blah. And then he mushes her back.
Okay. Well, actually, that was 19 seconds, but anyway.
Yeah. So from your legal expertise, who's right, who's wrong? First of all, you should never let
There's
a woman.
A self-defense thing. There's a self-defense thing here, but it's a punk play to do that to a woman. It wasn't a lethal force situation. It's a classic assault, somebody putting you in a situation where you're apprehensive that they are about to commit an unpermitted touching, not in the sense of pleasantry. That's the classic common law definition of assault. The touching becomes a battery, hence assault and battery. So there is an assault situation here that he is defending against becoming a battery, but it's still a punk play. A guy shouldn't do that to a woman.
So when you walk up to someone, can that be taken as some type of threat?
Walk up on somebody, get into that personal space. Yeah, somebody starts intruding on it. It can't be accepted as that. It's when a person has a belief, reasonable belief, or reasonable apprehension that they are about to be struck. You don't have to wait to be struck. You can prevent the strike. Not preventing the strike may be irrevocably fatal to the person who submits to the strike.
So when he walks towards her and she puts her finger, you know how, you know what women would be like.
Yeah, I know. It's a punk play. That's consistent with what I saw him do in the interaction with somebody else. He got up, moved over, and sat right up in the guy's face, but the guy didn't flinch, and the guy said, "If you want to step outside, let's go."
So he walked towards her, and when he walked towards her, she put her index, like, you know, like on the side, like, what you want, something like that. And then he proceeded to mush her.
It's a blow.
So it's not a punch, even though it's an open hand.
It doesn't make any difference. It's a blow.
Okay. So again, he was wrong for even walking towards her.
Exactly. He is, in fact, encroaching on her personal space, which becomes aggressive toward her. Now, I understand that a judge dismissed the charge. Yeah.
But her touching him first by putting the finger, I guess, on the side.
Yeah.
Is that relevant?
But see, actually, she says the same thing. She can be attempting to resist his assault on her person. Now, the problem with the offense of assault is you have too many dummies in state legislative bodies that could not understand the difference between assault and battery. And they started calling what is in effect a battery an assault. So the two of them morphed into the same offense in most people's criminal laws. Mm-hmm. For example, it sounds technical, but let's say you walk up to somebody and say, "Oh, bam, hey man, Charlie, it's so good seeing you, man. It's been years." "I'm not Charlie. My name is Al." "Oh man, I'm sorry. You look just like a buddy of mine I went to high school with. I hadn't seen for 25 years. See, that's touching in the sense of pleasantry, so it is not a battery. But if you come up and let's say you got a 245-pound all-pro linebacker that plays for the Minnesota Vikings, and he's got a big buck salary, and there is an 85-year-old frail woman that comes up, "Young man, I don't like what you're doing," and says she draws her hand back to hit him. He's not fearful because she can't hurt him. Mm-hmm. But he's apprehensive that there's an unpermitted touching that's about to occur. He can block, stop, or prevent the unpermitted touching. Now, the question of how much force is appropriate is another thing. But see, if you sit up there and you shove an 85-year-old woman who's 80-some-year-old woman who's 85 pounds, then that's a punk play. But, you know, it is what it is. So it's not clear cut. Now, that's still unmanly.
Right. I want to play what she said here in this quick clip.
Flip totally about the truth and what happened. That you hit him. That's what now I'm hearing is word on the street that, probably most likely, I mean, it is an assault.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are witnesses who saw what happened, but he also has people who are willing to lie for him as well.
Yeah.
And
is there camera at the Laugh Factory?
There's cameras all over the Improv, and that is the footage that we're talking about. Footage shows Corey Holcomb reaching over two people and punching me out, and my whole head goes back, and it's a whole horrible whiplash thing. It's horrible. It's like he punches me at 30 miles an hour over the security guard and another person who's trying to keep him away from me.
Right.
So it's horrible. When you see it, when you see the footage, it's going to change your life.
Why do you think he's lying?
He doesn't want to get in trouble, / he just got put on a new tour. So, of course, there's money that is going to be made, and I guess he doesn't want to lose it. And then he's saying that I'm trying to, mess his career up or whatever, but it's like...
Where did this beef start? Like, what?
Where and when?
Yeah.
Well...
And why?
From 12 years ago is from when it initially started, when he wanted me to be his co-host on his radio show. and I flew out here to come meet with him, and he got me a hotel room and then was mad I didn't let him come upstairs, and he wanted to have sex. And I was like, no, sir, I'm sorry, I don't mess with married men. I'm sorry. So after that, he had nothing to do with me ever again. Years later, I'm doing comedy and succeeding, and now he's mad.
Right.
Like, so last June, he jumped into my conversation I was having with another comedian in June, late June. He said, then I will super sock this. If anybody loves her, come get her. Take her away from me right now. So that was in June. He didn't finally hit me until December.
Do you have witnesses about him having that conversation?
Yes.
Are you going to bring those people in March? Knowing that the Laugh Factory has this footage, is he banned from the Laugh Factory?
Well, it's the Improv who has the footage.
I'm sorry, the Improv. Knowing the Improv has this footage, is he banned from the Improv?
Yes, he's been banned from the Improv. And also, if anybody were to see any sightings of him, they're like, please report. Because
he's been trespassed.
Yes.
By the police.
Yes. So people are even like, if you have any sightings of him, please report, please. Now.
Okay, what she's talking about is essentially what we saw a version of in the video that I guess we got a warning about, even though we didn't say anything reprehensible, just a brief comment. They were being very graphic about their language, not her and him, but him and the guy in the black hat. He's got on a dark hat now, but he had on a white hat at the time. And he sat down in front of this man and said the same kind of things to the man that he said to the woman.
No, it was actually reverse.
Reverse.
Well, yeah, the guy in the black hat, Anton, said perverted things to Corey.
Yeah, well, I mean, aside from that, the guy in the white hat, who is the one in the dark hat here, was threatening to whip him. And he said, all right, we can step outside. This is the guy in the black hat. He sat there and looked at him right in the eye, and he said, we can step out. And he didn't flinch from him. And he got up and walked, are you coming out? And this went back down. So, yeah, in other words, he pulled that play off with the language with this woman and wound up striking a blow against her, even though it was open-handed. Hell, I can knock somebody out with the palm of my hand. I love doing it. It's a good strike. Been taking martial arts for a very long time. Put a lot of power behind that you can't even get if you're using a straight fist strike. So, yeah.
So let's just read this here. It says, she's saying that this was back then when this took place. Christina filed a battery report with LAPD, but Corey was never arrested. And he attempted but failed to get a temporary restraining order against her, claiming Christina put hands on him first while his back was turned to her.
That doesn't get borne out by the video.
Right. And this is by TMZ.
But you know what you're listening at? This was what the law has been for a long time. The police can't arrest anybody for a misdemeanor not committed in their presence or without a warrant that has been issued by a magistrate. So, in other words, they have to go down there under oath and swear out a warrant that a magistrate approves as having established probable cause that a crime was committed. But they have modified this so much because of concerns about domestic violence that they have written a whole bunch of exceptions. Well, not a whole bunch, but a very few exceptions into the law that have sort of diminished it by saying under these circumstances where there's a domestic relation, the police don't have to see the misdemeanor. They can arrest based on an accusation out there on the spot, which is not consistent with American law current.
Incident happened back in December of 2024, but the video is only just now resurfacing, which is why it says, which is why we wanted to see if this could change things for Christina or that case that was dismissed going forward. So can this?
No, it can't. Statute of limitations is 1 year on a misdemeanor. is out.
So it's done. Whether this
It's
video
done deal. Just get over it. Start acting like you got some good sense. You gotta be.
So basically, whoever put this video out, they were basically just trying to do bad PR on Corey.
Yeah, well, whoever Corey is, this is the guy over here who's grinning. Okay.
Corey Holcomb, yeah. So the case can't be reopened. It's closed. It's done. But this is basically bad PR because it could affect future proceeds with maybe other comedy places. Or well, we don't want that type of image. I don't know, but.
And it got us in trouble because in the confrontation, all I said was, I think the guy in the black hat won this one.
No, it wasn't that. And I don't want to talk about it. So leave it alone.
We won't